Well, I started off, when I was working at Marcus Oldham, I hadn't been well for quite a few years and I always had a really bad leg. And the leg just persisted getting worse and worse, so I've been to quite a few doctors and, you know, different doctors had said different things. And then one day I was at work and my left leg just gave way. And then from then on I just got sicker and sicker, and then I'd been to a doctor and he diagnosed and said that I had a tumour attached to my spinal cord after they had done some tests and run tests and that. And there wasn't a lot they could do for me after, you know, if they could give me radiation or chemotherapy and all that sort of stuff, but that was at the last resort. And if they did that, it wasn't going to be good for my rest of my body either. So they said, you know, eventually you're going to go through all these different symptoms and you will get worse. And there's one option that we've got left, we can operate, but it's going to leave you with a few options that you're not going to like in your life. So I thought about it, and then, you know, a few months went by and it just kept getting, I got worse. I got sicker and sicker and probably more crippled as well. And then the time did come and they just had to rush me straight to Royal Melbourne Hospital because all my body had just collapsed and my organs had started to shut down. So it was basically, I didn't know where I was anyway. So then they operated, and the chances were, you know, they couldn't remove it because they went in to have a look to see if they could remove the tumour. And it wasn't successful, the operation. And, you know, I knew the options from the beginning. I'd either be a paraplegic in a chair or I'd be a quadriplegic. And, you know, so at the moment, even though I suffer a great deal of pain every day and every night, I'm in a chair, I'm alive, and, you know, I can move on now with my life, and it's good. Everything's great. You know, I think everything's great, you know. This work I've completed, and yeah, it had the showing at the Geelong Gallery. This I incorporated because I love looking out across the bay. Sometimes I might go down when I'm in the city, instead of getting away from the city, from the town and the jam, I'll go down the waterfront and I'll just look across the bay because it's really soothing and it's calming. And I like looking at the Yuyangs as well. But because we've taken away all the Indigenous heritage and everything, and there's just all souvenir shops and cafes and all that. Many years ago, all that land belonged to the Indigenous people, the Wathaurong people, and I've made this painting that's their pathway of their dream in time. That was once their land, and that's what incorporates in this. But I still am showing in the Yuyangs, but also the industrial area, and that's what this painting's all about. And I'm just starting to connect back to my Indigenous heritage, which is really exciting. It's exciting to read all the things, and I think you just know, you don't have to be coloured, you don't have to be a black person or with colour. You know who you are, it's know your spirit, and you know your ancestors, and you know where you come from. The doors have started to open for me, you know. Even though I'm in a chair, it doesn't take away everything. It only takes away your legs, and that's not your soul. That's not your spirit of who you are.